Oh, hi folks. Here we are, January 20th. Suppose everybody's been waiting for this day, right? It's, you have to admit, but I hope everybody's fine, everybody's okay, everybody's doing well, as can be expected. No one has to say that from January to January has really been interesting time, has it not? Now it's been a combination of The Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and a mix of Mao's, Stalin's, and the Third Reich's philosophy all rolled into one great big picnic. It's been crazy. Interesting. Crazy. I suppose, it's watching, did you watch the inauguration? I watched most of it, and it was sort of intriguing. It brought to mind Gallagher's old statement. I'm not sure if you remember Gallagher. You ain't part of this party, folks. You ain't part of this party. When you look, when you see all the people who were invited to the inauguration, and the razor wire, the fences, the 25,000 plus military people, machine guns and assault rifles, what did you think? That sure was inclusive, wasn't it? Yep. So it's interesting. It's not what people say, it's what people do that's the important thing. And of course, starting off that way, how we love you all, but you ain't here. You don't come by here. I mean, it sort of sends an interesting message. And a more interesting message is, what you see is what you're going to get. You're going to do as we say, not as we do, but you're going to do as we say. And we have the power to sort of show that. It's interesting. I think we're in for heady times. But I suppose when you look back, it's what did we learn? And what did we learn through all that? All this January to January nonsense. Well, we learned that if you're rioting, looting, and burning places down, that's okay. But if you're just protesting, that's insurrection. Of course, depending on which side you're on. So I guess the idea is pick the right side. I don't know. And I often wonder, those people who got a free pair of Nikes, cut and burnt fingers, if they realize that after all the trashing and stupidity they did, some multi-billionaire is going to pick up prime real estate property for bargain basement prices and just laugh at all the suckers up there who went in for a free pair of Nikes or a Chinese-made TV. Think about that. Interesting. Yeah, I guess we never realize when we are played for as suckers, but another thing we learned, I suppose, that politicians, spy and police forces, spy agencies, police forces, bureaucrats, judges, prosecutors, they're just full of honesty and integrity. They're upstanding citizens really concerned about the people. Doesn't matter what party they're in. It's on both sides of the aisle. Doesn't matter what country you're in either. I mean, the U.S. just happened to give us a good stage play of what it's all about. But you can be in Britain, you can be in Canada, Australia, France, Germany, wherever in the hell you are. Same thing's going on. Just got to realize how lucky we are. We have all of those people, especially our politicians and judges and prosecutors and spy agencies and police forces and bureaucrats, so full of integrity, so honest, so concerned about us. It's interesting. No, we've got to thank our lucky stars for that, don't we? And of course, we also have to be thankful that we have just outstanding journalists and reporters and people out there who tell us what's actually happening, who report the news and don't bullshit us. Whether it's CBC, CTV, ABC, NBC, CBS, MSNBC, CNN, did I say BBC, Sky News, whatever. We have such integrity and honesty and professionalism that we have to be just so thankful. We've learned that. Now, if there was any doubt, January to January has to have erased all those doubts you might have had. And of course, we also learned that there are wingnuts on social media who have all sorts of stories that they can dream up. And some people follow them, some people listen to them. And in trying to find out what's really happening, you run into these clowns as well. It's interesting. And I suppose the other thing we learned, that government officials and people involved with that party that we're not invited to, they can do things that if the average, if we did, we'd be in jail. Think about it. You can take briefcases of money across the border, put them in safety envelopes and safety deposit boxes. You can do all sorts of skullduggery with, whether it's China or Iran, with dollars and drugs and guns and money and secrets and whatever. If you're in the party, it's okay. We do that, we're hung by the heels. Think about that. So it's been interesting. We've learned a whole lot from January to January. And of course, most people will have forgotten it already. And of course, depending if you're in the U.S., if you're on the Democrat side, you're probably partying in your seclusion or your social distance, partying with your masks, all excited, not realizing what might come down the pike next. If you're in Canada, doing the same stupid ass stuff, but so we're a funny bunch. But we've learned a lot. So on this, in the description, and I've got 3 links today. And one is the October Surprise from 1980. Maybe some of you are aware of that, maybe younger people aren't. Do things ever change? But it's just a short one. It's worth a look. And then we have Gold Switzerland. They've got a neat thing about inflation, and I think he's titled that, Biden will extinguish the dollar. And, well, it's, do you realize in 1971, what you could buy for $100, today you would need over about $660 to do the same thing, or $638 or whatever it is, because it sort of changes a bit here and there. In 1971, what a dollar would buy, today you need $6.60 to buy that same thing. So when you look at it, what percentage is a dollar lost in that time? It's intriguing thought. So the Gold Switzerland goes over that. And another person, Martin Armstrong, talks about that a lot as well. So I have a link to him as well, Armstrong Economics. Trudeau's farewell and the coming reset and the coming things. And these people give you some stats and some graphs and stuff so you can double check, look for yourself. So on this January 20th, that's about 2021, that's about all for today. We're getting closer to figuring out what you have to do to survive, to look after your assets, look after yourself. But it's there's still more to come down the pipe that most people aren't aware of. That's going to throw some monkey wrenches into that and throw some boomerangs at us. So we just have to be vigilant, don't follow the wing nuts, and watch out for machine guns, assault rifles, and the razor wire. You've got to watch out for that. Don't go messing around where that is, because you aren't invited. Think about it. Anyway, that's about all for now. Take care. Have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow.